Here's my full review of Project Planche 2.0 by Simon Atta.
Oh, hi, Mark.
This is hands down the best and most comprehensive planche guide I have ever tried out. This is basically the second edition or updated version of his Project Planche program that he came out with a few years ago. And this is way more comprehensive and way more in-depth. Now, in case you didn't know, and I'm assuming you do, the planche basically is a gymnastics / calisthenics style hold where you're basically completely parallel to the ground in a push-up position. However, your legs are not touching the ground. This is a huge goal for a lot of people in fitness or calisthenics or gymnastics, any type of bodyweight style activity. In addition, which is another big goal, is planche push-ups. Planche push-ups is when you're in this exact position. However, you're still doing the full-on push-up even though your legs are still not touching the ground. It takes an insane amount of time, technique, practice, and dedication in order to have both the planche and planche push-ups. Now, when it comes to a lot of planche guides, you basically see the same repetitive advice. Frog stand, tuck planche, advanced tuck planche, straddle planche, and then lastly, the full planche or planche. I feel like for me personally, I randomly interchange between planche and planche. It's a tomato-tomato situation. Both pronunciations work. And going to the guide now, and this is what's amazing about it, is that rather than just have those typical progressions, which you see on every site and every guide, on this guide, you have the planche technique in terms of breaking down every single biomechanic, the warm-up, planche progressions, which is huge on basically not just the typical progressions, but kind of mini ideas and mini progressions between the progressions. We have fundamental exercises to improve planche strength and just overall posture, more supplementary exercises just to improve overall muscle strength and durability when doing these aggressively intense exercises, because as you can imagine, the planche is a lot on your body in terms of the stress. Then we have training handstand and planche, so not just the planche, but other activities around the planche, then tips and key training principles, and then lastly, workout programs. And for a lot of people, when they're training the planche, they're like, shoot, I don't know what to work on today. Should I try doing static holds? Should I try doing the push-ups? Should I try doing maybe a combination of the two? How many reps should I have? How many sets should I have? And he has all these workout programs in this guide. And then lastly, what's amazing about this too is it also comes with tons of high quality videos showing you everything in depth, because as you can imagine, for almost any fitness activity or exercise, it's nice to read about it and it's nice to have it. You need the videos. You basically need the technique being shown like visually in terms of the posture, the position, and everything, because it makes it a lot easier to understand. And also, I will say as a quick side note, this actually comes as an ebook. For me personally though, I actually printed this out. I used FedEx. It's a cool little print service that FedEx has. And for me, I like kind of having a physical, kind of tangible book. That way, if I'm out, in the field or I'm out somewhere and I'm working out, it's a lot easier, I think, to have this like this as opposed to having an ebook that I have to pull up on my iPhone or on my computer. It was roughly about like $30 to print this out in terms of the high quality color format. And I feel like especially for a guy like this, it is so helpful to have it right there with you when you're working out. So I do kind of like having this in kind of a physical form. Just want to say that as a quick side note. But as you can see, going through all basically the different pages now showing you, we have the planche progressions. Obviously, each one is basically a clickable video in terms of the ebook. Then we have some more unique planche progressions in terms of the, the single leg, the close hip straddle, for example, as opposed to just a normal straddle. We have now the fundamental exercises, which are very crucial exercises in terms of planche holds and also planche push-ups, and different other kind of tricks and tips and techniques you can use to improve your planche technique. Then we have these supplementary exercises that really help out complement working out the planche and the planche push-ups, all basically right here, and also the videos to supplement them. And then we have tips and key training principles. This is very, very specific and super almost scientific, I will say as well. Simon himself has actually studied and has an education and degrees in exercise science. So he breaks things down very, very scientifically, which I really like, because as opposed to someone being like, oh, you lean forward in the planche because it helps out your position, he talks about all these super scientific and super specific muscle groups that are being worked and the different styles of holds and all this kind of stuff that involve the planche because it is such a technical movement. And then lastly, going to the workout programs, he has beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So if you're just getting started, for example, he has an 8-week beginner's planche program. Let's say you're in the middle and you're like, all right, I'm not there yet. I just need a little push to get to that next level. He has the intermediate planche program. And then lastly, let's say you're like, all right, I got like the straddle planche down. I now want to get to full planche holds in terms of the isometric holds and of course full planche push-ups, advanced planche guide showing you all these different workouts and exercises to basically get to that point where you have the full planche hold and full planche push-ups. Regardless of your fitness style and level, whether you're just starting out in the beginning, or let's say if you're an advanced planche practitioner where you've been doing the planche for a while, you have a lot of the movements down, the amount of information in this guide, especially with the videos, is incredible. This is hands down the best planche guide I've ever used.